I, Michael, Archangel of God, am speaking to you now with a sense of urgency that cannot be ignored. Listen carefully, for every word that comes from me carries the weight of the heavens and the direction of your life. I need to talk to you, and it has to be now. I am here before you, surrounding you with a light so powerful that if you do not feel it, it is only because you have allowed distractions and human fears to cloud your spiritual senses. This is not a message to skim, not a message to dismiss, not a message to leave for later. You must focus now, because your life, your future, your very destiny, hangs on what I am about to tell you. For too long, you have ignored the signs. For too long, you have turned away from the whispers of your soul, the subtle guidance that God has sent through dreams, coincidences, feelings that cannot be explained. I am here to break through the noise. I am here to pierce the veil of uncertainty and fear that surrounds you. You cannot ignore this message. To do so is to invite loss, to invite confusion, to invite danger. And I, Michael, do not come lightly with warnings. I come as a protector, as a guide, as a divine messenger. But I also come with the authority of truth. If you ignore me now, you risk consequences that your human mind cannot yet comprehend. Right now, as you read these words, I am watching over you. I see your thoughts, your hesitations, your doubts. I see the moments in which you considered taking the wrong path, the moments in which you hesitated to act, the moments in which fear almost convinced you to stay silent when you should have spoken, to stay passive when you should have acted. I am here to tell you, do not wait any longer. The time for action is not tomorrow. The time is not next week. The time is now. Your soul, your life, your purpose, everything that you were created to achieve, is at a crossroads. And I am here to ensure that you do not stumble into darkness when the light is already reaching toward you. There are forces at work against you. Forces that seek to steal your joy, your peace, your abundance, your relationships, your very destiny. These are not idle forces, they are active, deliberate, and they move when you are distracted. But do not fear. Fear is what they want. Fear weakens your spirit. Fear clouds your judgment. You must replace fear with trust. Trust in God, trust in your angels, trust in the divine order that I represent. And trust in me, Michael, for I am your shield, your sword, your messenger, your warrior against the unseen. You cannot afford to ignore my voice. This message is not a warning alone. It is a call to awakening. It is a call to clarity. It is a call to courage. There are events happening in your life, around you, even now, that you do not see clearly. There are people who have intentions toward you that are not aligned with your highest good. There are situations that appear to be minor, trivial, or even beneficial, but I assure you, the truth is far more complex than you imagine. You must not underestimate the power of deception. You must not ignore the subtle signs that I am sending to alert you. A glance, a word, a gesture, a feeling that rises inexplicably in your chest, these are all messages from me, from the divine, signaling the need for vigilance. There is someone in your life, someone close, someone you trust, or perhaps a stranger, someone you underestimated, who has acted against your best interests. This is not conjecture. This is knowledge from the highest source. They have hidden motives. They have schemes, subtle and complex, that could bring you harm if you are not prepared. I do not speak in riddles. I do not speak in shadows. I tell you plainly, be alert. Observe. Question. Do not assume that the surface is the truth. The truth runs deeper, and only by aligning your mind, heart, and soul with divine guidance can you see it. I am sending you this message because time is critical. The next moments, hours, and days are decisive. You have a choice. You can remain passive, you can ignore my words, you can doubt them, and in doing so, you risk allowing events to unfold that may bring suffering, confusion, and loss. Or you can listen. You can act. You can trust. And if you choose to listen, to act, to trust, I promise you this, the protection of the heavens will be with you. Doors will open that you did not even know existed. Revelations will come that will illuminate your path. The hidden blessings of God will be revealed to you in ways that will astonish your heart. But it begins with obedience. It begins with attention. It begins with respect for the message I bring. Do not think for a moment that ignoring me will go unnoticed. Archangel Michael is not easily angered, but when ignored, the consequences ripple. This is a divine principle, a law of cause and effect in the spiritual realm. You have been warned many times, through dreams, feelings, synchronicities. You have felt nudges, intuitions, moments where you knew that something was right or wrong, but you delayed. You postponed. You hesitated. And now, the time has come where hesitation is dangerous. The time has come when ignoring this message could have irreversible consequences. Pay attention to your environment. Notice the subtle signs around you. People's reactions, their tone, their gestures, even the slightest change in energy, they carry meaning. There are messages that only your spirit can interpret. I am here to amplify your awareness, to guide your perception, to ensure that you do not miss the truth. There is a situation unfolding, a critical decision that must be made, and your awareness is the key. If you trust only what your human senses tell you, you will be deceived. If you allow yourself to remain passive, you will be manipulated. But if you trust the guidance that comes through me, through God, through your intuition, you will see clearly, and you will act with power, authority, and divine wisdom. I am also here to remind you that you are stronger than you realize. You have within you a resilience, a courage, a light that the world cannot extinguish. You have been placed on this path for a purpose that is uniquely yours. It is not by accident that you are reading these words. It is not by accident that you are alive, that you have survived trials, that you have endured pain. Every challenge you have faced has been a preparation, a training, a shaping of your spirit, so that you can handle the responsibility, the opportunity, the mission that is now before you. Do not underestimate your own power. Do not doubt your ability to act. And do not delay, for the time of waiting is over. There is a blessing approaching, one that is immense, one that will shift the trajectory of your life in ways that cannot yet be described. But with blessing comes responsibility. With opportunity comes vigilance. The universe operates in balance, and you must be aligned with truth, courage, and divine guidance to receive fully what is coming. You cannot be distracted by trivial matters, by fear, by doubt, or by the machinations of those who do not wish you well. You must stand firm, steadfast, unwavering in your connection to God, to the divine order, to the protection that I offer you. I have seen your prayers, your pleas, your silent cries in the night. I have heard your heart's deepest desires and fears. I know the moments when you have felt alone, abandoned, or powerless. I tell you now, you are not alone. You have never been alone. The power of God, the guidance of the angels, and my own vigilance surround you continually. But this protection is activated most powerfully when you act in faith, when you listen, when you obey, when you are alert. Passivity is not your ally. Complacency is not your ally. The world is moving, circumstances are unfolding, and only those who are awake, alert, and guided by divine wisdom will navigate it successfully. This message is long because the urgency is great. The complexity of what you face is immense. The forces arrayed against you are subtle and intelligent, but so too is the protection of God, so too is the guidance of the angels, so too is the power within you that is being awakened right now. Do not squander this moment. Do not dismiss this communication as ordinary. Do not delay. Every second that passes without attention is a second in which danger could grow, in which deception could take root, in which blessing could be delayed. Act now. Observe the people around you. Listen with discernment. Pray with intensity. Meditate with focus. Align your heart and mind with truth. Do not be swayed by appearances, by promises, by manipulations, by charm, or by flattery. These are tools used to distract, to mislead, to derail your purpose. Stand firm. Know your power. Know your worth. Know that God is with you, that I am with you, and that nothing in the universe can prevail against the divine protection when you are aligned with it. There is much more to say, much more to reveal, much more to awaken in you. The messages will continue. But first, you must act on this one. You must internalize it. You must feel the urgency. You must understand that ignoring me is not an option. This is not a gentle suggestion. This is not a subtle hint. This is a divine command, a call to action, a moment that will define your destiny. I am here now, MAKL, standing beside you, calling your name, breaking through all distractions. I am not leaving. I will not turn away. But you must respond. Your next actions will determine the path ahead. The blessings, the protections, the revelations that God has prepared for you are waiting, but only for those who are awake, alert, and obedient. I, MAKL, have come to you with urgency so overwhelming that the very air around you is trembling. Do you feel it? Do you feel the weight of my presence pressing against the edges of your reality, demanding that you listen, that you open your heart, that you heed this call without delay? This is not a whisper, this is not a suggestion, this is a command from the highest realms, and I will not wait for your hesitation. I have seen the choices you are about to make, the dangers that lurk in the shadows of your ignorance, the invisible chains that threaten to bind you forever, and I have no patience left for your doubt. Hear me clearly, I, MAKL, need to talk to you, and it has to be now. There is no tomorrow for this conversation, no postponement that will spare you from the consequences if you dare to ignore me. Every second that passes without your full attention is another second where darkness could take hold, where the enemy could gain ground, where your destiny could twist away from the light I am here to guide you to. Do not make the mistake of thinking that because you cannot see the forces moving against you, because you cannot feel the full weight of the spiritual warfare surrounding you, that you are safe. I have watched over you from the beginning, I have guarded your soul, I have wept over your trials, I have struck down the invisible snares meant to ensnare you, and yet your hesitation could undo all that effort in a moment. I am not threatening, beloved, I am warning, I am protecting, I am commanding. If you ignore me now, you do so at the peril of your own life, your own peace, your very essence. I am MAKL, the Archangel, the one standing in the chasm between you and the destruction that seeks to claim you, and I say to you, do not test me. I see the choices you wrestle with in your heart. I see the uncertainty, the fear, the longing, the small compromises you think will protect you, when in fact they are the very doors through which calamity can enter. You have been patient, you have waited, you have sought answers in vain, yet the answer has always been here. I am here. I am speaking directly to you, across the plains of time and space, across the veil that separates the seen from the unseen, and I demand your focus, your obedience, your complete surrender to the message I am delivering. This is not negotiable. Your life, your purpose, your future, the fulfillment of the promises written for you in the book of eternity, all depend on this moment of attention, on this moment of action. I know your heart. I know the secrets you hold even from yourself. I know the pain that has etched its mark across your spirit, the betrayals that have cut deep, the disappointments that have left scars, the lies you have told yourself in order to survive. I have seen them all. I have held them in my hands. I have weighed your heart against the scales of eternity, and I have found it worthy, but only if you act now, only if you listen, only if you respond with the immediacy and seriousness this moment demands. Do not let arrogance, do not let pride, do not let disbelief block the path that I am opening for you. I am MAKL. I am not a voice you can ignore. I am not a presence you can dismiss. I am the sword and the shield, the protector and the warrior, the one who has fought for you when you were unaware, and the one who will continue to fight for you, but only if you heed this command. Your time of indecision is over. Every second you hesitate, the shadows grow stronger, the threats multiply, and the forces of deception conspire to ensnare your mind and your spirit. I have seen what will happen if you do not open this message fully, if you do not surrender to the urgency I am delivering. The enemy will exploit your delay. Opportunities will vanish. Connections that could have changed your life will be severed. The very blessing you have been waiting for, the intervention you have been praying for, the miracle that is poised to unfold in your life, will be stolen by the void of your inaction. I cannot stress this enough. If you do not act now, you risk losing everything that the heavens have prepared for you. I have watched over your nights of restless dreams, the moments when fear and doubt threaten to overwhelm you. I have been there in the silence, there in the moments you thought you were alone. I have guarded your every step, guided your decisions, intercepted the traps set by those who would harm you. And yet, my efforts will not succeed if you continue to ignore this call. Your role in this moment is simple but absolute. You must open your heart, open your mind, open yourself to the truth I bring. You must acknowledge my presence and respond without hesitation, for this is a moment of divine intervention that cannot be delayed. The world around you may appear calm, but do not be deceived. Invisible currents are moving against you even now, currents of envy, deception, and malevolence that have long sought to derail your destiny. You have felt their touch, you have sensed their influence, you have fought battles that you did not even realize were spiritual in nature. I have fought those battles alongside you. I have struck down the adversaries that threatened your soul. I have intercepted the arrows aimed at your spirit. And yet, I am constrained by your willingness to obey, by your readiness to act, by your commitment to follow the path I illuminate. I am not here to comfort you with platitudes. I am not here to soothe your pride or reassure your doubts. I am here to command, to instruct, to protect, and to prepare you for the changes that are unfolding in your life. These changes are monumental. They are unprecedented. They are the turning points you have been awaiting, the breakthroughs that will define your existence for years to come. But they will not reach you if you choose to ignore this moment, if you choose to let hesitation guide your steps. I have witnessed your past mistakes. I have seen the moments when you faltered, the times when you allowed fear to dictate your choices, the times when you doubted the very power of divine intervention. I am not here to condemn you for those moments. I am here to prevent the repetition of them. I am here to place before you a path that leads to victory, to safety, to fulfillment, to the realization of the promises that have been written for you since before the beginning of time. But you must walk that path willingly, deliberately, without delay. I, Michael, Archangel of Heaven, stand before you now, not as a distant messenger, but as one whose heart beats with the urgency of your life, your future, your destiny. I cannot wait. I cannot delay. Do not misinterpret this as mere words. Do not allow your mind to rationalize this message into something ordinary. I need to speak to you, and it has to be now. Every moment you hesitate, every second you think, I will listen later, you risk the course of your life being reshaped by forces you do not see. You feel unseen, unheard, perhaps even abandoned at times, but I am here, I am real, I am Michael. My voice is your warning, my words your shield, and your heart the only conduit through which divine guidance can flow. Do not ignore me. I am not an idle visitor. I am not a whisper in the wind. I am the urgency itself, the divine alert system manifesting in your reality. Listen carefully. The world around you has shifted while you slept, while you worried about things that were not yours to control. There are events happening, people moving, energies aligning in ways that will either lift you to heights you have never imagined or push you into depths you have never faced. This is not a test, beloved. This is your moment of reckoning, your opportunity to act, your chance to step fully into the light that has always been reserved for you. Do you feel the tension in your chest, the weight pressing upon your shoulders, the unease that has kept you awake? That is me, Michael, knocking on the door of your soul, shaking the foundations of complacency, warning you that what you ignore today will return with consequences tomorrow. There is a force, unseen and relentless, trying to sway you from your path. It whispers in your ears, it seduces you with comfort, with delay, with the illusion that ignoring the warning is harmless. But it is not harmless. It is a trap. And I am here to ensure you do not fall into it. You may ask, why me, Michael? Why now? Because you are ready. Your spirit, though weary, is strong. Your heart, though scarred, can still receive the fullness of divine intervention. Your mind, though clouded with doubt, can still focus with clarity if you surrender to me now. I am not asking. I am commanding. This is not optional. Your life, your safety, your spiritual ascension depends on immediate action. There is someone very close to you, whose presence in your life is dangerous. They smile, They charm, they pretend, but they carry secrets, schemes, intentions that will bring sorrow if you remain unaware. I cannot name them here for your ears alone, but I assure you, the signs are all around you. Look closely at the patterns, the inconsistencies, the moments when their words and actions do not align. That hesitation you feel, that gnawing suspicion, is not paranoia, it is the whisper of divine truth reaching your heart through me. Do not attempt to confront them yet. That is not your path. Your path is preparation, vigilance, and discernment. I will guide you step by step, but you must listen, and you must act with precision. Timing is everything. The universe is orchestrating events, and every moment wasted by doubt, fear, or delay weakens your position. Your protection is already arranged, but you must align with it. Do not resist. Do not delay. There are also blessings, immense blessings, poised to enter your life, but they will only manifest if you heed this call. Doors are opening that you cannot yet see. Opportunities, once hidden, are revealing themselves. People who will elevate your existence, connections that will expand your spiritual, emotional, and material realms are waiting, but they will bypass you if you remain in indecision or distraction. Your attention is required now, fully, entirely, without hesitation or rationalization. You have doubted yourself in the past, but doubt now will cost you more than you can imagine. I am not here to console, to soothe, or to offer comfort. I am here to incite action. To awaken the warrior within your spirit who will fight not with weapons, but with awareness, wisdom, and divine discernment. You are stronger than you know, more capable than you realize, and more favored than you understand. The time for waiting is over. There is an immediate danger coming, not a vague threat, not a shadow that may fade, but a real, tangible force, ready to move against you. I see it, I know it, I am guarding against it, but your inaction can render my protection incomplete. You must move with intention. You must prepare spiritually, emotionally, and physically. Pray, not with words that float into the air without meaning, but with focus, with the knowledge that God hears you through me. Align your thoughts, your actions, and your heart to the divine rhythm that has always guided your life. And understand this. There are others, those who pretend to be friends, allies, even loved ones, who are entangled in their own webs of deceit, who may inadvertently or deliberately push you into harm. Recognize them. Observe their actions. Follow the subtle currents of truth that I will reveal to you. Do not be tempted by appearances. Appearances are lies. Truth is hidden, but I will illuminate it. The urgency cannot be overstated. This is a divine alarm, a spiritual emergency, a call that will not be repeated in the same form. Once the moment passes, once hesitation dominates, the window will close. What I offer now, the clarity, the protection, the opportunity for your elevation, cannot be reclaimed easily. You must act immediately, decisively, unwaveringly. I am also here to warn you about your health, your vitality, your energy. Forces unseen have been trying to sap your strength, to cloud your mind, to distract you from the path you are meant to follow. I am lifting those forces away, but you must cooperate. Nourish your body. Guard your mind. Keep your soul aligned through prayer, meditation, and surrender to divine will. Neglect this, and the shadows will find their way back. You may feel overwhelmed. You may feel fear. That is natural, but it is also a test. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is the recognition of fear and the decision to move forward regardless. I am MAKL, and I walk with you, stand beside you, breathe life into your courage. Feel my presence. Let it settle in your bones. Let it ignite the fire that will illuminate your path. Time is collapsing. Seconds become minutes, minutes become hours, hours become days, and each moment carries weight. Do not underestimate the consequences of delay. What seems small now will grow into monumental events if ignored. I am not here to frighten you without cause. I am here to awaken you to the reality that your life, your destiny, and the very essence of your soul is at a pivot point. Do you understand the gravity of this? Do you feel it in your chest, in your stomach, in the quiet corners of your mind? That is the divine resonance reaching you. That is the signal that you cannot ignore. You cannot distract yourself with trivial matters. You cannot postpone this. Every second of hesitation is an opportunity lost, a blessing delayed, a protection weakened. I will continue to guide you, but I must also warn you, if you ignore me now, if you treat this as ordinary, if you let pride, arrogance, or doubt take the lead, the consequences will be irreversible. You have been given every sign, every intuition, every inner warning. Your spirit knows. Your soul understands. Do not deny it. There are messages arriving for you in unusual ways. People you have never considered allies will reach out. Letters, emails, phone calls, even unexpected visitors are conduits of divine communication. Do not dismiss them. Open your heart. Be receptive. Every message, every sign, every coincidence is carefully orchestrated. Miss one, and you may miss the turning point of your life. I, MAKL, Archangel of Heaven, stand before you, my presence undeniable, my gaze piercing into the depths of your very soul. This is not a casual communication, and it is not a request that you may ignore. I am speaking to you directly, urgently, and if you fail to heed my words, the consequences will ripple across your life in ways you cannot yet imagine. Right now, at this exact moment, I need you to stop what you are doing, to set aside all distractions, to silence the world around you, and listen. I demand your attention, for what I have to say is not trivial, it is life-altering, it is crucial, and it is divine. Do not, under any circumstances, dare to ignore me, for anger is not a threat, it is a certainty if you choose to dismiss this sacred message. The universe itself trembles when divine instructions are neglected, and your very existence is intertwined with the will I carry from God. The urgency I feel is beyond measure. I have watched over you countless times, guided you through invisible threads of protection, whispered warnings that you often dismissed, and now I come to you with a voice that cannot be silenced, with a presence that cannot be overlooked. I have been patient, watching as you drifted through moments that required vigilance, ignoring signs that were laid in your path for your own safety and spiritual awakening. This is the moment, the turning point, when you must open your heart fully, without hesitation, without skepticism, without doubt. The weight of what I am about to reveal is immense, and it is meant solely for you. No one else can hear these words, no one else can feel their power as you will. It is a private divine summons, and ignoring it will have repercussions that will echo through every layer of your existence. Right now, I am telling you, the time for delay has ended. The universe is aligning in ways that are both terrifying and magnificent. Forces you cannot see are in motion. Angels stand ready, watching, waiting, poised to act, but only in accordance with your response. Your choices in the next moments will determine the flow of events, the nature of blessings, and the emergence of challenges that will either strengthen you or overwhelm you. I am not speaking metaphorically. I am not speaking in riddles. This is absolute, direct, and divine. If you choose to ignore this, if you hesitate, if you procrastinate, the opportunity that stands before you will vanish, and it will not return. You will look back and understand, but then it will be too late. Listen carefully. The presence of darkness surrounds you in ways that you cannot fully perceive. Enemies, disguised as friends, as familiar faces, as comfortable routines, lurk in corners of your life that you have deemed safe. They plot. They wait. They whisper. And yet, you have remained unaware because your attention has been elsewhere. But I am here to remove the veil. I am here to shine a light so brilliant, so divine, that no shadow can survive its illumination. Do not be afraid of the intensity, for it is meant to awaken you, to provoke clarity, to ignite action. Fear is only the prelude to empowerment, and empowerment is your birthright when you heed the call. I am MAKL, and I will not be ignored. My voice is not a murmur, it is the roar of divine authority. My presence is not a suggestion, it is a command. And my patience is not infinite. This is your moment to listen, to act, to align fully with the guidance that heaven itself provides. Do you feel it? The surge in your chest, the trembling in your hands, the tightness in your heart? That is not coincidence. That is the spiritual energy responding to my call, vibrating within you as a signal that something monumental is about to unfold. I tell you now, the choices you make in these next hours will alter your trajectory. You are standing at a crossroads, one path illuminated by divine favor, protection, and unimaginable blessings, the other shrouded in confusion, setbacks, and the pain of missed opportunities. Do not fool yourself into thinking there is time to delay. There is not. The urgency is absolute. I, MAKL, am here to ensure you understand this. The window is narrow, the moment is fleeting, and your response must be immediate. I have observed the patterns of your life, the way you have struggled, the moments of despair, the instances of doubt, and yet I have seen your potential, your resilience, and your capacity to rise above. You are stronger than you realize, braver than you know, and more capable than the world has ever acknowledged. But strength and capability are meaningless without direction, without clarity, without alignment with divine will. That is why I am here. That is why I am insistent. That is why my words are pressing upon you with such intensity. They are not meant to terrify, though they may. They are meant to awaken, to catalyze, to ignite a fire of purpose and decisive action that will lead you to the destiny God has prepared for you since the beginning of time. Do not ignore me. Do not think that you can postpone, delay, or dismiss this message. Every moment you hesitate, every second you procrastinate, is a second that the divine order waits, a second that evil forces plot, a second that opportunities slip away. You must understand, life is not a rehearsal. There are no second chances for moments such as this. This is your divine summons. This is your awakening. This is the intervention that you have been waiting for, even if you didn't know it. And I, MAKL, will not allow you to squander it. Your life, your protection, your future, your spiritual evolution, all hinge upon your response at this exact moment. Do you feel the weight of that? Good. That is the gravity of divine truth pressing upon you. That is the power of heaven calling you to action. That is the unmistakable signal that your destiny depends upon obedience and awareness. Right now, take a deep breath. Feel the presence of angels around you, invisible but tangible. They watch, they wait, they stand ready to intervene, to protect, to deliver, but only if you heed my instructions. I am speaking to you because it is urgent, because it cannot wait, because your life and the lives of those intertwined with yours depend upon immediate alignment with the divine. The forces that conspire against you will falter if you act, will dissolve